Hello children, namaste everyone, welcome back to the mathematics class. Today we will take a new chapter about squares and square roots. So what do you mean by square number and what about its root? Okay, let us see a number. What do you mean by a square? What do you mean by a square number? What is the meaning of this? See, if a number is multiplied by the same number, then what we will get is called the square number. See, for example, 1. If 1 is multiplied by 1, you will get 1. See, if a number is multiplied by that number itself or the same number, then what we will get is called a square number. See, 1, if you consider 1, if 1 is multiplied by 1 itself, then you will get 1. Therefore, this is called a square number. 1 is a square number. Now let us take next number, it is 2. If 2 is multiplied by the same number, that is 2, you will get, what you will get? You will get 2 into 2, 4. 4 is a square number. Look at the next number, 3. If you multiply by 3, you will get 9. 9 is a square number. And 4, next number is 4. If 4 is multiplied by that 4 itself, or the same number 4, you will get 16. Therefore, 16 is another square number. In the same way, 5 is multiplied by 5, you will get 25. 25 is a square number. 6 into 6 is 36. 7 into 7, 49. See, 8 into 8, 64. And 9 into 9, 81. 9 into 9, 81. And 10 into 10, 100. 10 into 10, 100. Look at all these numbers. If a number is multiplied by that number itself, then what we will get is called the square number. Therefore, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. These are all called square numbers. And these square numbers are called perfect squares. So 1 is a square of what? How to get this one? By multiplying 1 by that 1, you will get this 1. Therefore, this 1, square number 1, its root is 1. This is a square number 4, its root is 2. 3 is a square number, its square root is 3. 16 is a square number, its square root is 4, because 16 is obtained by 4. 4 into 4, 16. So, in the same way, 36 is a square number, its square root is 6, because 36 we have obtained by multiplying 6 by 6. So, like this, it continues. Now, let us go for another number. Next number is 11. 11 into 11 is 121. 12 into 12. What is 12 into 12? 144. Like that it continues. 13 into 13, 169. See, like it continues. Okay. See, 14 into 14, 15 into 15. What is that number? Then you will say here that perfect square. If the number is multiplied by the same number, then what you will get is called the perfect square. Okay. That you have studied in your previous classes. Let us recall what is this. Now here, what you have to observe is some properties you have to observe. Some properties are there. Which are the properties? See, first property is, look at this. Here 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. These are the first 10 perfect squares. See, if you observe the next 10, let us observe next 10. 14 into 14. What is 14 into 14? 14 into 14. What is the answer? 14 into 14. 196. See, 196. 14 into 14, 196. Then 15 into 15 is 15 into 15, 225. 16 into 16. 16 into 16. 16 into 16. 6 6 are 36. 3 6 1s are 6. Plus 3, 9, 1, 6 are 6, 1, 1 are 1. So 6, 5, 2. So 256. 256. And 17 into 17. 17 into 17. 17 into 17, how much? 17 into 17. See here, 17 into 17. 7 7s are 49. 4 7 ones are 7 plus 4 11 and 1 7s are 7. 1 ones are 1. So total 289. So 17 into 17 is equal to 289. 289. 18 into 18. Square of 18. 18 into 18. 8 8s are 64. 6 8 ones are 8 plus 6 14. 1 8s are 8. 1 ones are 1. So 4 12 3 324. 324. Next 19 into 19. What is the square? Perfect square of 19. 19 into 19 is equal to 9 9s are 81. 8 9 ones are 9 plus 8 17. Then 1 9s are 9. 1 ones are 1. So answer is 361. 361. And 20 into 20. 20 into 20. 2 2s are 4. 400. 20 into 20. 400. Now observe all these perfect squares. So these are the first 20 perfect squares. 1 4 9 16 25 36 49 80 64 81 100 121 144 169 196 225 256 289 324 361 400. These are the first 20 perfect squares. If you observe all these perfect square, here 1, see this and 1, then 4, the last digit of the perfect squares. Here one single digit appear. Now look at this. Last digits ends with 1, 4, 9, 6, 9 or 5. See 5, 6, 9. No other number. 1, 4, 9, 1, 4, 9, 5 or 6, 5 or 6. See 6 again. Here 9 again. Then 4 again. Then 1 again. 0 or 0. 0. See 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. These 6 digits. Look at this. 1, 4, 9, 6, 5. 6, 9, 4, 1, 0. No other digits. See, the digits all perfect square. If you go for 21, then again you will get the perfect squares ending with either 0 or 1 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 9. No other number. Okay. There any perfect squares which do not end with 2, 3, 7 or 8. See, their perfect squares do not end with 2, 3, 7 and 8. They end with only 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. So, in the if you see a number, then if that number ends with these 6 digits, then it may be a perfect square. We can say it may or may not be a perfect square, but a perfect square must end with these 6 digits. If a number, for example, can we say it is a perfect square? 922, it is highly impossible to be a perfect square, because that 922 ends with 2. If the number ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8, then such a number is not a perfect square. It is not a perfect square. But if a number ends with this number, it may be a perfect square or it may not be a perfect square. Suppose sometimes it may or may not be, but these numbers are highly impossible. They are not the perfect square. Therefore, remember, this is one of the main property. A perfect square always ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. See, look at this. Here also, that 6 digit only, it ends with these 6 digits only. Okay. This is one of the properties of the square numbers. So, square numbers ends with these 6 digits. Square numbers do not end with 2, 3, 7 or 8. 2, 3, 7 or 8. perfect squares do not end with that, or in the unit place of the perfect square there is no these 2, 3, 7 or 8. That is one property of the perfect square. This is another property. Okay. Next look at this. Here 1 or here, come here. If the root has 1, it ends with 1. Then where it ends? Here is also 1. See, the number ends with 1 where its root is either 1 or 9. So, the roots of a perfect square root are a number which end with 1 or 9, then its square ends with 1 only. See, here 1 or 9, look at this. If the number ends with 1 or 9, then its square always ends with 1 only. So, if a perfect square ends with 1, then it is the perfect square of a number having 1 or 9 in the unit place. Look at this. See here also 1 or 9. See, perfect square number ends with 1. It is a perfect square of a number having 1 or 9 in the unit place. It is observed properly here, 1 or 9 in the unit place. That is another property. Look at the next property. So 1 or 9, then its perfect square ends with 1 only. Look at this. For example, another property. See, look at this. 14. Here 14 ends with 4. Its perfect square is 6. Can you observe any other perfect square? Here you are, here also 256. Here have, see, 256. See, these two numbers ends with 6. No other number is there. 6. See, 196. See, 4 and 6. See, perfect square of 4 and 6 always ends with 6. See, perfect squares of number having 4 in the unit place, 4 or 6 in the unit place, its perfect square ends with 6. So, remember, a perfect square having 6 in the unit place has the root of number having 4 or 6 in the unit place. So, remember this one. Okay. Next, and some more properties. See, look at this. These are some of the properties. See, 3 3s are 9, 7 7s are 49, 13 3s are 169, 17 17s are 289. If the perfect square ends with 9, then it is the root of a number having 3 or 7 in the unit place. These are some of the properties. If you observe these numbers, you can see, the number ends with 9 here, perfect square. It is the perfect square of a number having 3 or 7 in the unit place. 3 or 7 in the unit place, then such numbers are ends with 7 only. Okay, like this. These are some of the properties of numbers. Okay, like that 2 and 8, that ends with 4 only. If the digit number having 2 or 8 in the unit place, it ends, that perfect square ends in 4 only. Okay, like that. Next, another property is, if there is, see, for example, 10. What is the perfect square of 10? Perfect square of 10 is 100. Look at this. I will write perfect square of 100. What is the perfect square of 100? 100 into 100. 1 into 1 and 4 zeros. See, this is the perfect square of 100. Perfect square of 3. If I write 3, what is the perfect square of 3? 1000. 3 zeros. 1 3 zeros. Then 1. There are 6 zeros in the answer. Therefore, remember, if a perfect square, if a number having 1 0, then its perfect square always has double of that number, that is 2 zeros. See, if the number having 2 zeros, then its perfect square have 4 zeros. That means 2 times of that zeros. So, about zeros, if there are 3 zeros in a number, its perfect square has 6 zeros. If there are 4 zeros after 1, if there are 4 zeros, its perfect square has how many zeros? 4 or 8 zeros, like that. Double of that zeros it perfect square contains. Okay, if there are 2, 4, 6, 8, like that, or 10, like that it comes. 12 zeros, like that comes. Okay, so like this, this is another property. So some of the properties are learned. So again, we will come back. What is a square number? If a number is multiplied by that same number, then what we will get is called a perfect square. Okay, then some of the properties of the square number is a number which ends with 1 and 9, its perfect square always ends with 1 or 1 in the unit place. If a perfect square has 4 or 6 in the unit place, then its perfect square ends with 6 only in the unit place. If a perfect square has 9 in the unit place, then it may be a perfect square of a number having 3 or 7 in the unit place. So these are the some of the properties. Now, how can we identify a number which is it is a perfect square or not? If a number which ends with 0, 1, 4, 6, 5, 6 or 9, they may be the perfect square. If there is 2, 3, 7 or 8 in the unit place of a number, it is not possible to be a perfect square. So these are the some of the properties of the perfect squares. Okay, about this you have to learn. Then some more properties are there. We will learn in another video. See you in our next video. Okay, thank you.